Unsolved murder case of JonBenét Patricia Ramsey. On December 25, 1996, the 6-year-old American child beauty queen JonBenét Patricia Ramsey was murdered in her home in Boulder, Colorado. Her body was found in the basement of the family home 8 hours later by her father, John Ramsey. This poor girl had been struck in the head and strangled with cord. The supposed ransom letter? The testimony from Patsy Ramsey, mother, claimed she had discovered her daughter was missing after finding a ransom letter for $118,000 on the kitchen staircase. This equivalent to almost the exact amount her husband had just received as a bonus earlier in the year. The note said that JonBenét's safe return would happen once the ransom was paid in full and in the correct way. This being $100,000 in $100 bills and $18,000 in $20 bills. Despite specifically being instructed in the ransom note not to contact the police or friends, Patsy Ramsey contacted the police and friends shortly after 5:45 a.m. John Ramsey also made arrangements with a friend, John Fernie, to collect the money to pay the ransom from the local bank that morning. The two officers who arrived at the Ramsey home couldn't find any signs of break-in when conducting a cursory search of the premises. That afternoon, Linda Arndt, a Boulder police detective, asked a friend of the Ramseys, Fleet White, to go to the house with John Ramsey, and to see if they could find anything unusual. John Ramsey and two of his friends conducted a search around the house. While checking the basement, they looked inside the wine cellar to find JonBenét's body covered with her special white blanket. There was a nylon cord around her neck, her wrists were tied above her head, and her mouth was covered with duct tape. An autopsy revealed that JonBenét had been strangulated and had a skull fracture. The official cause of death being asphyxiation due to the strangulation associated with craniocerebral trauma, although no evidence of conventional rape sexual assault was not ruled out. The suspects, her parents John and Patsy Ramsey. From the discovery of JonBenét Patricia Ramsey's body, the parents were the #1 suspect. The Boulder police, who concentrated exclusively on them. For many years the Boulder police believed that Patsy Ramsey had injured JonBenét in a fit of rage after the little girl had wet her bed, and that either to cover the injury up or still in the fit of rage killed JonBenét. A garrote made from a length of cord and the broken handle of a paintbrush had been used to strangle JonBenét, which part of the bristle end of the paintbrush was found in Patsy's art supplies tub. Also, according to a Colorado Bureau of Investigation report, there are indications that the author of the ransom note is Patsy Ramsey. However, they could not definitively prove it. The other possible suspect is an intruder, as JonBenét Patricia Ramsey had an unknown male's DNA on 2 pieces of clothing that she was wearing when she was found dead. It is believed it was one of the 38 registered sex offenders who were living within a 2-mile radius of the Ramsey house, or possible even just a burglary gone wrong, as there had been 100 burglaries in the Ramsey neighborhood in earlier months. To this day this case is still unsolved, and no one has been imprisoned for this horrifically inhuman act committed against this beautiful young child. Comment who you think is the murderer in the comment section. Also, what unsolved case I should cover next.